So, with the new, well, kind of, Joker solo movie with Joaquin Phoenix announcement and some footage from the set, I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about some Elseworld stories in films. So, if you don't know, Elseworld was the publication imprint for American comic books produced by DC Comics for stories that took place outside the DC Universe canon. And so Elseworld was kind of adopted as the name for all stories that took place outside the DC canon. These Elseworld stories were kind of your crazy, unconventional stories in comics like Kingdom Come, Superman Red Son, and even Batman Dracula. But just because they are unconventional stories and a little outlandish, this doesn't mean that these stories are bad. In fact, Kingdom Come and some of other stories are considered some of the best graphic novels of all time. But the problem lies in the fact that DC and WB are going ahead and making some Elseworld-ish films like this solo Joker movie. And these Elseworld films cause real problems, especially with casual moviegoers. You see, Elseworld stories were made for comics, and because comic readers are a small minority and die-hard fans of their beloved characters, when they read an Elseworld story, they know that it is an Elseworld story. But when a casual moviegoer goes to see a movie and it's an Elseworld story, they will be confused. And this leads to my other point, that Elseworld stories will brainwash casual audiences. Yeah, I know it sounds pretty extreme, but it's true. Let me explain. So basically, when the Zack Snyder DCEU movies started coming out, more specifically Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, they were very dark and gritty because of their dark and gritty tone, and it made some casual moviegoers actually think that Batman and Superman are dark and gritty characters, whereas sometimes they are not. Like, some of my friends in real life actually told me that they do not like Batman and Superman as characters because they are too dark, and he thinks Batman and Superman are boring and bad characters because they kind of are in the Zack Snyder movies. I know, I definitely should just defriend him, but he doesn't know any better because he's never read a DC comic and hasn't seen too many DC movies, but he has seen the Zack Snyder movies. And now, because of this portrayal, he thinks that these characters are actually bad. So this is why I think that Elseworlds movies should not be made, because while they may work for comics because they are a small hardcore community, whereas film, especially blockbusters, are more open and lots of casual moviegoers go into these blockbusters. So when these people go into the movies, they make quick judgments about DC characters, and that's probably why everyone these days are all about the Marvel characters, because they are portrayed better in the movies. So DC, please don't make too many Elseworld films. And if you do, please do it right, otherwise you're just going to put your DC characters further into their graves. But anyway guys, I just wanted to share my opinion about the more recent plans for the DCEU Elseworld stories and DC's reputation. Thanks for watching, goodbye.